Hello everyone, how are you doing? Dear student, we are expecting that you are enjoying your studies at home. Today we are going to discuss about that form of business organization which is based on mutual trust and faith. I'm sure that you have got my point. Today we are going to again study about the partnership firm. In the last lecture we studied about meaning, definition, features of partnership firm besides types of partnership. In this lecture specifically we will be talking about nature of partnership firm or partnership business, rights of partner, responsibility of partner as well as partnership deal. Starting with very first, we should recapitulate the meaning of partnership. Partnership firm is a form of business organization which is established by two or more persons by contributing their resources, taking part in the conduct of business affairs, and whatever the result is being earned or suffered by the partnership firm, that is being distributed among all of those because that has been resultant as a result of their contribution and efforts. Now, whenever we are talking about the nature of partnership firm, we must consider both accounting as well as legal perspective. From accounting perspective, partnership firm and partners both are separate entity. Accounts are maintained for partnership firm and partners are considered as lender to the partnership firm or the liability for the partnership firm. That's why they are shown on the liability side of partnership firm balance sheet. But from legal perspective, partners and partnership firm both are one and same. Collectively they are called partners and individually they are called partnership firm. If you are showing a partner, that means you are showing a partnership firm, and if you are showing partnership firm, indirectly you are showing to the each of its partner. That is about nature of partnership firm. Here we should also be familiar with the rights that are being enjoyed by the partners. Right to have participation in the conduct of business affair. Every partner does have this right. Nobody can deprive him of this right. He has right to have share in the profit earned by partnership firm. It may be less or more depending upon the agreement, but every partner must have some amount of profit earned by the partnership firm. Then he has right to be consulted. Anytime, whenever the firm is going to make decision, every partner must be consulted. If the partner is ignored, he may approach to the court of law for resolution of partnership firm, and he can express his interest to not be continue as a partner in the partnership firm. Right to give consent at the time of admission or retirement of a partner. Even a single partner denies to the admission or retirement of the partnership firm, partner cannot get retired. In case of retirement, some other rules are also applicable under section 22, like fulfilling the condition of express agreement, partner can get retirement, or if partnership will, he can get retired by giving a written notice. In that case, this rule is not applicable to the consent. Then we are having right to inspect the books of account anytime during the working hours and working day. Every partner has right to inspect the books of account that are being maintained by the partnership firm to keep the record, systematic and complete record of business transactions that are being performed by the partnership firm. Then every partner does have right to claim interest minimum at the rate at 6% on the loan or advances extended by him to the partnership firm. If there is an agreement of loan which has a mention of rate of interest which is more than 6%, so in that case he does have right to claim that rate of interest, but under any circumstances, whether there is agreement or not, he will not accept any interest less than 6%. That depending upon his personal interest, he may accept or not accept, but at least legally he has right to claim minimum 6% interest on the credit or advances or loan extended by him to the partnership firm. Then indemnification, every partner has the right to get indemnified for the expenditure that are being incurred by him on the behalf of partnership firm. If had he not paid, firm would have paid it. Then finally, he has the right to get retired. Every partner has right to get retired from the partnership firm fulfilling the conditions of section 32. Very first, he can get retired by obtaining the consent of all the partners or by fulfilling the condition of express agreement among the partners, or if partnership is at will, by simply giving a written notice to rest of the partners or partnership firm, he can get retired from the partnership firm. He has responsibility, like he has right to get share in the profit, so he must also bear the losses if any suffered by the firm. He has the right to participate. He has also responsibility to participate in the conduct of business affairs. Otherwise, he cannot blame other partners because of whom the firm might have suffered any losses. Then no use of firm's name for conducting private business. If he does so, then he must bring that fact and that profit among or in the notice of rest of the partners, so that partners can let themselves know about any kind of such behavior on the part of a partner. Then he must reveal all the important fact that he knows about the market condition, reputation of firms goodwill in the market, and any important fact which is related to the operating efficiency of the partnership firm. He must bring that fact in the notice of rest of the partners too. Then contribute to the firm's goodwill. He must not do any act which may harm the goodwill earned by partnership firm or created by partnership firm or all the partners mutually. He should do every effort that may enhance the goodwill enjoyed by the partnership firm in the marketplace. Here we are going to talk about partnership deed. Partnership deed is also called charter of partnership firm, or it is article of partnership. You know, partnership comes into existence as a result of an agreement. Partnership Act states that it may be written or oral. But whenever we are having this agreement in written in order to avoid such disputes and conflict that might arise in the future, that agreement is called partnership deed. This partnership deed has mention of all the rules that are being followed while conducting the business affairs of the partnership firm, like name and address of partnership firm as well as partners. Type of partnership, be it the general partnership or specific partnership, nature of business that the partnership firm is going to conduct, like be it the industrial institution, commercial institution or service institution, contribution made by each of the partner, if there are any charges that are to be collected from the partners like interest on drawing, and if there are any benefits that are to be provided to the partners like interest on capital, salaries, commission, their profit and loss sharing ratio, accounting method, accounting period, applicability of Garner versus Murray rules applicable in case of retirement and death of a partner, or even at the time of admission of a partners. And if we are having any dispute settlement mechanism mutually agreed, that should also be mentioned. Accounting period, commencement date, these all important points, and besides these more important points that are considered by all the partners as important must have their mention in partnership deed. Now question arises, what happens when partnership deed does not exist? Does it affect the rights of the partner or not? You know, it does affect the rights of the partner, but the right to take part in the conduct of business and right to claim profit in the profits of business organization or right to have share in the profits of business organizations are not affected under any circumstances, whether there is agreement or no agreement in written. You know, if there is no written agreement, there must be some oral agreement. So every partner will have right to take part in the conduct of business affair. Every partner will have right to have share in the profit, but this time they are going to have equal share in the profit. No charge can be imposed on the partner. That means there will be no interest charged on the drawings by the partner, nor there will be any interest that will be provided on their capital, no salary, no commission. Profit will be divided equally among all the partners. These are the rules that are going to be applicable in case of absence of partnership deed. This is all about today's lecture. In our next lecture, we will be talking about the accounts that are being maintained by partnership firms or advantages and disadvantages of partnership firm. I'm sure that you have enjoyed this lecture. If you like our content, you must subscribe, share and comment to us so that other students can also have benefit of this. Till then, have a good time.